Hi there, this is Drone Master / Gemming Collector, and today's video is just going to show you how quick and easy it is to set up your Home Depot Inferno Reaper by SVI. First, take everything out of the box before you begin, and your parts list is as follows: 1 base labeled A, 4 lower support poles, hip frame labeled C, cloak, torso frame, chest, left and right arm, left and right hand, left hand holding scythe pole, scythe poles and blade, head, and 6-volt 2-amp DC adapter. The instruction pamphlet is shown here, front and back. First, you will start by placing the base labeled A where you desire to set up your Inferno Reaper, ensuring that the peg sticking up from the base is facing toward the front. Then connecting 2 of the lower support poles labeled B, make sure to listen for a metallic click sound. Next, you will attach the other 2 support poles, labeled B, to the first 2 that you attach to the base, listening for that same metallic click. Your setup should now look a little something like this. Now you can take your hip frame C and put it onto the lower support poles, listening for the same click. Now you can take the cloak, not with the hood, and place it over the entire assembly, making sure that the knot in the rope tied around the waist is facing towards the front, and also ensuring that nothing is obstructing the center pole coming up from the hip frame assembly. That way you can get the next part on. Next, put the torso frame on, ensuring that it clicks into place. Next, take the chest and line up the forks with the receptacle on the center of the torso frame, making sure you push them all the way in. Now you can take the cloak and put it over the shoulder frame attached to the torso frame, making sure that it does not obstruct anything. Next, take the right arm labeled H and attach it to the right side of the body, which would be on your left if you're facing it from the front. Make sure to thread it up through the sleeve, although it is one small hole and not an entire sleeve, as the bottom is not sewed together. Now you can take the right hand and attach it to the right arm, making sure that the forks line up correctly. After this, you can take and adjust the sleeve to ensure a creepy look. Next, take the left arm, which is the shorter of the 2, and thread it through the sleeve on the left side of the body, or on your right facing the front. Make sure that the forks are correctly inserted to ensure proper operation. Then you can take the left hand with scythe pole and place it into the forks on the front of the arm, again making sure that the forks properly go in. Next, you can adjust the sleeve as desired. Next, you should take the scythe blade and attach it to the top of the scythe pole in the left hand. You will need to wiggle it around a little bit, but then once you get it over the pole, you should twist to lock it into place. You should then take the lower scythe poles, specifically the one labeled K, and twist to lock it to the bottom of the pole coming from the left hand. Lastly, you should take the bottom scythe pole, labeled L, and twist to lock it into the one labeled K. This is very important, because there is one hole in the bottom of the scythe pole that goes over the peg on the front of the base. This is not what you used to lock it into place. You use the other end. Next, take the head and attach it to the top of the torso frame, ensuring that the little metallic pole coming from it goes in properly. The flat side should be facing towards the back. Then you should tighten the Phillips head screw in the back with a Phillips head screwdriver. Next, you will need to connect all the wires coming from the head, chest, control box, and waist. Make sure that you match all the correct wires to the correct receptacles. This shouldn't be too hard. You should make sure that all the wires are connected properly. If they are not, this could damage the item. Lastly, you will need to connect all the Velcro. There are 3 strips of Velcro on the chest, 1 at the bottom and 2 on each shoulder. There are matching Velcro strips on the cloak. Same thing for the hands. On the right hand, there's a Velcro strip on the top of the wrist. On the left, it is on the top of the wrist as well. There's also one more Velcro strip on the top of the head, and this is for the hood, which is a separate piece from the cloak. Just put the hood over the head as seen here, and connect the Velcro, and adjust the hood to the desired position. Your setup is now complete. You can now connect your 6-volt 2-amp adapter to the control box and switch the switch to any of the desired settings. If you switch it to the left, that is constant on. Middle is off / step pad activation. And all the way to the right is sensor activation mode via the IR sensor in the front. There's also a volume control knob.
Royalty or peasant, I will cut you down in time. There can be no escape. Your soul is mine. Yes, you are right to coward.
I just want to thank everyone for watching. This took me a little while to make, and I put a lot of effort into it. I just want to thank you all for watching and hope you enjoyed.